Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're tearing down the MyCS app and, more specifically, exploring how its underlying quantum command system framework can literally transform your productivity. If you've ever felt like you're just constantly reacting to your day instead of actually directing it, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to look closely at how MyCS uses this specific QCS framework to help you take absolute control of your time and energy. Just like a structured morning briefing, here is our operational agenda for today. We've got 1. The QCS framework explained. 2. The daily command cycle. 3. Planning your missions. 4. Tracking your ongoing operations. And 5. Gathering intel and site reps. We'll be moving from the macro-level framework all the way down to gathering actionable daily intelligence. Let's get to it. You know, traditional to-do lists almost always leave us feeling overwhelmed and reactive. But I want you to imagine something for a second. What if you stepped up as the actual commander of your daily operations? Think about the sheer clarity that would come from treating your personal and professional obligations with the exact same rigor as a highly strategic military operation. And that brings us right to the Quantum Command System, or QCS. This is the foundational framework that powers the MyCS app. It's entirely designed to help you bridge that massive gap between your intent and your execution. How? By creating a tight, structured loop where you plan, execute, review, and constantly improve your everyday operations.
All right, Section 1, the QCS Framework Explained, Structuring Your Command Center.
So the main hub of your new command center divides your life into 5 distinct operational areas. You've got command for running your current day, intel to understand your performance, mission to turn intent into an executable plan, track to capture ongoing activity, and profile to configure the whole shebang. By cleanly separating these functions, the framework helps you focus purely on execution when you need to grind and planning when you actually have the mental space for it.
Within that hub, MyCS helps you measure your progress from multiple angles. It categorizes your tasks, habits, and objectives across 8 command positions, think operations, logistics, and training, and 9 life domains like career, health, or finance. The real game changer here is that a single habit can be assigned to both a position and a domain. That gives you incredible, multi-dimensional clarity on exactly where you're crushing it and where you might need to deploy a few more resources.
Moving right along to Section 2, the daily command cycle, your operational tempo. The entire QCS framework relies on a highly structured, relentless daily loop. You brief, you execute, you track, you debrief, and ultimately you learn from your actions. This right here is the absolute heartbeat of the app. It's designed to keep you moving forward with total intention every single day, no matter what. The very first major event in this cycle is the morning briefing. It's a quick 6-stage process, and it matters immensely because it establishes your daily protocol before you even start executing. By stepping through the welcome, reviewing your scores in the value carousel, selecting your active domains, rating your position baseline, setting habits, and locking in your rhythm, you are proactively protecting your focus. You're setting the terms of engagement for your day rather than letting the day dictate terms to you. Then, closing out the cycle is the evening debrief. This is your crucial after-action review. You review yesterday's habits, set top priorities for tomorrow with realistic context from your calendar, of course, check the status of your domains, and then define your ultimate confirm and launch goal. The framework calls this writing the one thing that matters most for tomorrow. You also log what went well, which are your sustains, and any obstacles, phrased positively as improves. Okay, Section 3, planning your missions, strategic operations. When a goal requires a really deliberate approach, MyCS uses this 6-stage planning P structure. You don't just write down a massive goal and cross your fingers. The app guides you step by step. First, assessing the raw situation and constraints. Then, establishing the commander's intent, which is your ultimate definition of success. From there, you break it down into specific objectives, tactics, and required resources, before finishing with a final brief and execute. It literally turns overwhelming chaotic projects into methodical, actionable plans. Let's pivot to Section 4, tracking your ongoing operations, capturing the action. The QCS framework is all about removing the friction of recording your work. The track area centralizes absolutely everything. It handles your morning routine with a water tracker, syncs your sleep and workouts directly with Apple Health, logs your reading. It even provides a rapid capture dump list. So if a random thought pops up, you can offload that interruption instantly without losing focus on your primary mission. And this builds into an even smarter system when you look at the field log feature.
It allows you to speak naturally into voice memos while you're on the go. The built-in MyCS AI will actively transcribe your thoughts, suggest exactly where the info belongs, and route it directly to the appropriate task, journal, or that rapid capture dump list we just talked about. It's essentially having a tactical assistant right in your pocket.
Finally, Section 5, Gathering Intel and SIT Reps, Reviewing the Data. The entire philosophy of the Intel area is to shift your mindset. The framework helps you stop reacting emotionally to one single difficult day. We've all been there, right? Instead, it aggregates your data to help you understand your long-term performance patterns. Having this objective bird's-eye view is what actually helps users build real consistency over time. Every day, you receive a command score. It's a weighted composite that heavily prioritizes your protocol execution. So by default, 25% is based on habit completion, 20% on completing due tasks, 15% on getting your morning briefing done, 15% on adhering to your schedule, and 10% for completing that evening debrief. But here's where it gets really interesting. The QCS framework doesn't force some rigid one-size-fits-all metric on you. While those are the default weights, MyCS allows you to fully customize these percentages in your settings to match your own unique operational goals. If you want to place a higher premium on just protecting your focus this month or keeping a specific streak alive, you can adjust the weights to reflect exactly what matters to you in your current season of life.
Furthermore, to really see the big picture, you can generate SIT reps, or situation reports. You can pull these structured reviews for daily, weekly, monthly, biannual, or even annual periods. What's absolutely amazing is that these reports use an AI overview to highlight your specific strengths, pinpoint your gaps, and show your momentum based on the most current data. You can even export these directly to a PDF if you want to keep a hard copy of your personal operational history.
As we wrap up this explainer, we've seen exactly how the QCS framework takes the chaos of everyday life and structures it into clear, actionable, and trackable intelligence. It's a total game changer for anyone wanting to take back control. But remember, a system is only as effective as the person leading it. So I want to leave you with one final thought to process before your next evening debrief. What will your commander's intent be for tomorrow? Take charge, and we'll see you next time.